Yeah, I get it. It's like, Simon, move on from the chop already. We get it. You chopped the car. I understand all that. And this is why I did this. This is one of the first things I did. It's very time consuming and tedious. Very tedious and time consuming. Did I say it's time consuming? Anywho, a few videos back, we got the A-pillars locked in where I wanted them. Well, that's where they're gonna live, whether they're right or not. Anyways, that's where they are. But we gotta finish them off now. They're all just kind of tacked together, and I have to come back and actually fix and finish what we started. Yeah, we can't leave them the way I did it. I showed you on that other video that there's a space in here. There's a gap. You can actually, you know, you can fit some stuff. Let me get, let's time. Just be professional. Using a piece of scrap car you cut off for a demonstration when you have a perfectly good screwdriver right here. Jesus. Anywho's, as you can see, we can stick a screwdriver in here. This is in the factory location. This has sunk incredibly far. And it's all my fault. The reason that is, if I didn't make it very clear in the last video, I beat on it with a hammer and pulled on it with a strap to force it into position. So we deformed it a little bit. Essentially, I think the problem is there's not enough metal here now. I'm talking like I know what I'm talking about. I, in fact, do not. Just guessing. Just seems like that's the logical reason it's doing what it's doing. I don't know if that's right. I have a couple ideas on how we can rectify this. Not fix, but make better. I do have a section that I cut out of here. That's upside down. Goes like this. So if I got to piece some of this in there, it's got the right radius and everything we need. I have that as an option. You know, it's wider down here, but that's fine. We don't need the whole section. We just need some of it. Or what I'm going to try first, and why we're doing it on the passenger side, so if it doesn't work very well, I don't see it every time I get in the car. I'm thinking, as a cheat code, I'm going to slice this right down here, pull it out, kind of fill it back in, and see how we look. Maybe it'll just be a small little gap and we can just fill her in with some welding wire, or we'll have to put a piece of metal in there. I don't know what to do, but that's what we're gonna do, I think. At least that's what I'm thinking as of this very moment. Or maybe, here's an idea. I know what we do. I got this. I freaking got this. It's actually not too bad here. It's just a little off. I think I can square that away, and it's pretty good right there. So I think we're gonna cut this out. Wherever, replace it with this. That's what we're doing, people. That's what we're doing. I can already hear you're asking yourself, should Simon be doing this? The answer is official. I don't know. He's gonna though. Let's just slice them out of there and see what happens. I tell people all the time, it's just metal. Don't be afraid to cut it. And then I'm afraid to cut it. So now we're not afraid anymore. At least not today. I was really nervous when I was cutting that. I was gonna see something move. Nothing moved, officially. Nothing moved. Though I was worried about it. Oh, this is gonna work. This is absolutely gonna work. It is -20 outside today. Literally -20 this morning. So the heater is really just compensating for that. But now that I'm out here moving around, we can turn her down just a smidge so it's not always on in the background, because I'm getting warm now. You can't be intimidated by this stuff, folks. That didn't sound right. You cannot be intimidated by this stuff, folks. Even though I may appear cool, calm, and collected like I know what I'm doing, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm learning. It's just all problem solving. Problem one. Let's start here. We got that fixed. Now let's move on to problem two, making the rest of it work. It's simple. Okay, it's not that simple, because problem two is going to be a little bit bigger than I was expecting. But this looks nice. Sometimes your plans change as you're in the middle of doing what you thought you were gonna do. You realize there's maybe a little easier or better way to do it. Now, whether this is easier or better, I don't really know. What I do know is it seems like it's working. Now, don't come at me because I'm using TIG welding rod to MIG weld and fill a gap. It's probably fine. Basically, it's like adding structure back into the sheet metal. Probably not. I'm gonna tell myself that though, so it's justified. Anywho's, I've actually got it coming back around pretty good. The problem is we're getting a little high here. I'm not sure if that'll show up on camera or not. Right there, like right in here, we're getting a little high. I'm gonna try and beat it down with a hammer, but I'm not sure it's gonna work out. I think that might be happening because now there's too much metal from the way I'm forcing the metal to settle down. Maybe, I don't know. We're just gonna work it in here a little bit and see how it comes out. It's either gonna come out okay or not, and we'll deal with whatever we have to deal with. Ideally, you should probably have a dolly of some sort behind there. I do not. I'm liking that though. I'm really learning not to just wha-bam, whack it really hard, because that's like my go-to. Let's just beat the piss out of it until it fits. Sometimes a guy needs a little more finesse. Oh, I might have smacked this side. We didn't want to smack this side though. Well, let's just, I don't know what to do. Oh, I like that. I like that. All right, I'm happy. I'm happy. Just one little. Oh my goodness, that is like perfect. The hackery in this is just amazing that it's working. It looks so good right now. I mean, it looks like garbage, but it's going to look really good. Oh, I did just realize that oh, that's because of that. I was gonna say my drip thing won't line up, but it will line up. This one's just loose. We got this. Ooh, I cut that a smidge short, but we'll make it work. I created a hole for myself that I was filling. Damn it. Look at that. Look at that. Yes, it looks like garbage right now, and I got a big hole right there to fill, but we get that all welded in, ground down, minty. look at that. Look at that. Look how good that came out. I got to go through and do a couple more little tacks here and there where some holes are poking through, and I'll probably put some old, what do you call it, that seam sealer, that's the word I'm looking for, on the inside there so we don't have to worry about it. Yeah, I'm actually really happy with that. I didn't figure it was going to be too difficult, but I wasn't sure how it was going to all turn out. And the only reason I even ground it down as much as I did, because, you know, like I did the side of the car, I didn't grind that down all nice and smooth and flush. I like that look. I did it to show you how it turned out with the way I did it. That's really the only reason I did grind it as much as I did. It's still not perfect by any stretch of the imagination. And honestly, if a guy wanted to hammer dolly it and Bondo over it, you'd probably never tell. You can see there's old Bondo right here. That's fun to grind. Anywho's, I think we're going to call her good. That's all there is to it. But we ain't done. No, people. We are definitely not done. We have to finish the rest of the pillar. Like, we got to get this lined up in here. There's a huge gap in here. I can get my finger in there. Oh, it's eating me. No, it's not really eating me. Don't worry. So, should I have done all that inside stuff first? I don't know. I just figured the outside was, well, it was easier, and if I needed to get in there to hammer and dolly things in and out, I could have cut the backside out and did that. So that's why I did the outside first. Don't know if that's what I should have done first. We'll find out when I do the inside and see how well that works out. The inside doesn't need to look as pretty. Pretty is the correct word, yes. No, because it's just got to hold it all together and make sure that doesn't flop on me, because we don't want it to flop on me. That wouldn't be good. That wouldn't be good. But I got to figure out a solution for the door. I think I'm safe to cut it out now because the roof is all attached all the way around. So I think we're safe to take the door out, even with my support in there. I just want to make sure I keep its location located, because we've still got to come back at some point and finish the door frame. We gotta do that part yet too. Can you even see that? We gotta come back and finish the door frame. That's key. So I want to make sure I keep this location. So I'm going to come up with a solution for that. Then we'll take the door off and we'll see if we can't fix the old finger-eating hole in here. Yeah, let's do that. That turned out so good. I don't know if this is going to work or not. And if it does, I'm going to be very upset with myself. I didn't think of this sooner. I got Clecos. I got 3 of them holding the door. Hopefully we're going to cut the old booger tacks off of there and see if it stays secure enough that this is going to work. If nothing else, it'll be a good alignment hole, so when I get back to it, I'll know exactly where to put it, right? That's what I'm going to go with. I am going to cut my support out of here, which I'm a little nervous about because it's been in there since I did the chop, and I haven't had the fortitude to do that yet. But now, we don't have a choice. We just got to get it out of the way, or we can't get anything else done. So hopefully, when we cut these tacks out of here, we cut that out of there, everything doesn't just go and get all goofy on us, because that would be embarrassing. Let's just take the brace out and make sure she doesn't settle on us. That actually looks like it's working really well. Alrighty. Look at that. That worked. Oh, that door is still heavy. All right, now we can get into this monstrosity of a mess that I got going on here. Start figuring out how we're gonna, make all this line back up and make this kind of look decent and fill that and all that stuff. We can really see what's going in here now that that door's out of the way. So here's our cuts. You can see they weren't great. There are different angles and dangles and everything else going on. So this doesn't line up perfectly. I'm not sure why, because the other side lines up freaking amazing. So I don't know what happened. And we're definitely not going backwards to fix it. It's not that big of a deal. We can make it work. It's just a matter of how. And I'm gonna choose the obvious one, force. Got myself a punch that I can stuff in here. And we're just gonna tap it a little. We're not gonna get crazy with it. We're just gonna give her a little tap-a-roo and see if it'll flex and twist the way we want it to without jacking everything else up. I do need a hammer though. Oh yes, this little 4-pound maul should do the trick. That's right, 4 pound. I mean, if we're gonna hit it, let's make sure we frickin' hit it. It would actually be ideal if I could see what I was doing. Why is everything I have to do with hammers with my non-dominant left hand? Okay, it's not moving as well as I would hope. It's not moving as well as I hoped. That's probably the right way to say it. What do we do? What do we do? I don't want to screw the outside up, you know? You know? You know? Yeah, you know. I think even if I cut this here, it's got that freaking support. There's like support in there. Yeah, that is solid as a rock. How did we do that, Simon? How did we do that? We'll try left-handed and see if I hit myself. So, that is truly unfortunate that that happened. I don't know which one I should cut. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Well, you guys were right. You were right. You were right. I'm sorry. You were right. You told me I was overthinking this whole situation with the misaligned channel, blah, 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 blah. Even if you didn't, you probably should have. It's fine. I'll forgive you. This time, I should have just made it work. And well, I did. I just made it work. Yeah, it's a little over here, but it's fine. It's because this is damaged and dented and bent in. I probably could have spent a lot of time and fixed it, but I didn't think there was really much of a need to it. If it bugs me in the future, I'll come in here and do something to fill it up. But the, you know, the drip trail lined up. The drip trail. What the hell's a drip trail, Simon? The drip rail. There you go, drip rail. 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 Drip rail. Talking's hard. Anywho's. So we just kind of filled her all in, got her all welded up, filled some holes down here, and, you know, It's not smoothed out, but it's ground down. That's got to count for something. So that's all we're gonna do with that. I will come in with a flap wheel and kind of smooth this out some more, and I will smooth out on the inside, but we'll get to that. The next part of the equation is the inside here. We gotta fix this, and I'm probably gonna just cut some of this out and put new sheet metal on it. Some good old 18 gauge, because I got a plenty of that laying around. And that should really help stiffen it up a little bit, because I think this is like 19 or 20 gauge. Maybe it's not, I don't really care. But before we do any of that, we gotta start on the other side. Because as I said earlier, I wanted to get some, what do you call it? Some, the sealant stuff, the, words. Why are they so difficult? Seam sealer, that's what I was looking for, seam sealer. This is stuff I bought a couple years ago. Did you know seam sealer expires? This expired 3/9/2025. I'm sure it still tastes the same, so we're gonna try and use it. I'm hoping it's just corked itself over at the top and on the inside still good. Not really sure though. I also don't know where the screw-on spout is for it. You would have thought I would have kept it on there, but clearly I didn't. So, why any of this matters, oh, also it's white. I don't know how I ended up with white. It was supposed to be black. It's fine. I want to seam seal inside of there, but I also want to seam seal inside of there. So before I go and block it off so I can't get to one of them, we should probably just seam seal them at the same time in case we open this up and we can't seal it back up. It's got a little squish to it. It should be fine. So I know that might seem like I'm jumping all over the place a little bit, but that's because I am. We got that one 3/4 of the way done. Now we're gonna get this one to the same step. Then we can cut the insides out here and maybe even put some support in there. But at the very least, on both sides, we can get some seam sealer in there. So, you know, if I put electronics down in there, it ain't getting wet. Saying all this and explaining all this makes me realize I did not do that step on the stroke box. Probably should have. All right, I got this pillar all locked in 3/4 of the way around, except for the inside here, like we talked about. I'm gonna try and seam sealer before we close her up for good. I did make a patch, put a little curve in it because it's got a curve in here. It's not super pretty and like, oh my God, that's an amazing fit, because I'm not worried about it. It's gonna overlap a little bit because I want it to overlap a little bit. But I am really curious if this is any good. Mind you, if it turns out this is all dried up and no good and we can't use it, all that's gonna mean is we skip that step. It'll be, why are you doing that? It'll be most likely okay. Oh, that's not promising. Maybe we can give her the old pokeroo and see if that helps us here. Oh boy. That seam is really sealed. Yeah. This might be for naught. Huh. I have an idea. I'm gonna do this knowing full well it may not be any good and the tube will be ruined. But we're gonna find out. Oh, this is promising, people. It's gooey. We need an access hole that's big enough that we can get the liquid stuff out without cutting our finger every time. Ow, that was almost my finger. And they said it's expired. Amateurs. A guy should probably put something on his hands before he does this and wipes it in the hole, I'm guessing. I don't have anything to put on my hands, so we're gonna wing it. Oh, I got an idea. Yes, this is a grocery bag. Sometimes you just gotta get creative and use what you got. Oh boy. This stuff is stiff. Maybe I should have put it in front of the heater for a while. Well, now I can't see. Yeah, that bag idea, while it was probably funny, was not very productive. I guess we're fingering it. This is not going good. I can't even get my arm in there. I should have pre-tried this. Uh-huh. The rate this is going, I'm gonna have to answer some very odd questions from my wife when I go inside. Like, why does your finger look like that? What did we learn about this, Simon? We learned we went too conservative with our hole. We should have really stretched her out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now we got some goop coming out. Yeah, this is going great. It's not, I'm lying. Oh, this is dumb. You know, I figure if it stops 2% of the water that would have been going in there, that's a win. Oh, I'm just getting it everywhere. I'm making it worse. Oh, now it's on the camera and everything. Just blindly fingering around in the hole here, hoping I get the right spot. We'll just put all the goop in there. Maybe it'll at least slow it down. Okay, so maybe it's expired. Well, if nothing else, we tried. We're just gonna throw that away. And now I have to figure out a way to get this off my fingers. Oh my God, I'm making a mess. I'm trying to clean up and everything I touch has it on it. It's like it's just everywhere. I'm gonna turn into Casper the Ghost here soon. Oh, it just won't stop. I probably should have thought this out better. Oh, now it's on the back of the camera. Oh, now it's on the microphone. Stop, Simon. Coincidentally, I just ran out of rags, so I have no rags around that are clean, and that's helpful. I'm not sure if brake clean is good for cleaning this, but it's what I have that's readily available and easy to get to. So in hindsight, this might have not been the best idea I've ever had. But I tried, people. What more can a guy do but try? You just gotta try. Well, it kind of worked. It's at least in there. Yeah, I bet you want to see how it looks, don't you? Like, what kind of job could I have possibly done with that fiasco of a mess we had going on? I'll show you. Can you see? Look how pretty that looks. It's perfect. The other side looks just as bad. We're gonna go with it though. I at least attempted to protect it from rainwater and whatever else getting inside the channel of the window frame. Or I've just created a place to hold moisture and rust. I don't know. Let's just move on and pretend we didn't have that debacle just happen. Yeah, I like that idea. We're just gonna weld this guy in here, beat it to fit where it needs to fit, and that'll lock everything in. It'll give it a little bit of structure back in there that's not all cut, because then everything will be connected again. It's gonna be mint. I do, however, need to probably clean all the seam sealer off the outside edge where I'm going to do welding, though. Just a hunch. Oh yeah, that looks so good. Send it. Well, we got those in there. They didn't look pretty, so we took the grinder after them and smoothed them out more. And you know what they say, if you can't weld, you better know how to grind. And not to toot my own horn or nothing, I can lay down a pretty mean grind. So that's what we did. I basically hammer fit them in there because they don't need to look super spectacular. They just gotta fit the contours that we're dealing with in here. I do have an issue though. I do not know or have anything to get into that corner to get that ground out of there. The rest of it turned out okay-ish. I'm pretty happy with it. Let's get the light so it's useful and not blinding you. They turned out pretty good, but same problem, this frickin' corner, I can't get nothing in there to grind that out. It just won't fit. So I got a DA with some 2-inch disc stuff, but I'm out of the 2-inch discs, so I can't use that in there. I don't know, what else do you guys use to get that out of it? I cannot get that ground out, and I really want to. It's annoying me. But they look good. I'm happy with them. That means the A-pillars, folks, are checked off the old list. They're done. Hell yeah. What now? We probably should, while we're in here and got the doors out, finish our B-pillars because we couldn't weld any of that with the door in the way. And now I got both doors off. I might take some time and get some of that knocked out while we're in here. That's probably smart. We should do that. Is turning out so nice. I'm at the point where I think I'm grinding too much metal around the weld and not so much the weld that we put in to fill the hole. So I'm stopping. We're gonna stop because we're gonna make it worse and it's not gonna be better. But like right here, I'm pretty sure I ground that metal down too far. That's why we got a low spot there. Maybe I'll get ambitious and take the welder out and try and build her back up and smooth her back out again. But let's be honest, it's not very likely. But there's a chance. There's definitely always a chance. Just the likelihood is very low. So, but here, confession time, folks. This is real talk. I'm getting a lot of questions about my chassis, what I'm gonna run for a chassis. I'm getting a lot of questions about my motor and all that jazz. As far as the motor goes, no clue. I mean, I have ideas and I have wants and I have, ooh, that'd be kind of cool thoughts. The reality of it is, I'm gonna let the car tell me what I think it needs. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna get it to a point and I'm gonna look at it and go, yep, that's what it needs for a motor. And we'll see if it works in the budget and convenience and acquirability. The other big question I'm getting constantly is about the chassis. What am I doing for a chassis? What kind of chassis am I gonna run? Am I gonna put it on an S10? Am I doing this? Am I doing that? I am building my chassis, people. Yes, I know it's not necessary, but it's what I wanna do. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, the reason I haven't even sourced/purchased steel for my chassis yet is because I know Simon. Simon likes to skip doing the stuff that needs to be done to jump to the next thing to satisfy the endorphins, whatever. To satisfy the fun stuff in my brain to think, ooh, this is fun again. Yes. So if I don't have the steel here, don't have anything to do with the frame and the chassis, all I have left is the body. So we got to keep moving forward with the body and I can get things knocked out and locked in. Get the chop done, finished, finito. Not a thing to come back from. That's why we did the A-pillars and got them all locked out. Now the reason I'm telling you all this information is because I want to show you a prime example of how that happened, or how that happens, or how an example of that has happened. If you saw my video about my B-pillars, you know I got my B-pillars done. Specifically, the passenger side I showed you in the video that I was doing. We are weeks past that at this point. I have done the rear windows, I've done the C-pillars, you've now seen me do the A-pillars. I never finished this B-pillar that I made that video on, and I can prove it. I got that gap I gotta fill yet. I mean, I went on and did other stuff and never came back and finished this gap situation. Yeah, I know, it's bad. And I'll fill it somehow, but it's bad. I know, guys, you don't need to tell me. The problem is I never finished it. That's the problem I have with it. The gap is the gap and we'll fix the gap, it's whatever. But I should have done that before I went and did the B-pillar. I should have done it before I went and did the window frames. I should have done it before I finished the C-pillars. But no, I didn't. I just kept moving forward and forgetting it. So I'm gonna end this video here because I now need to fill that gap, and it's just gonna be the same old fill with weld and grind, and get it done. That's just all there is to it. We're gonna get it done. So that's why we haven't done anything with a chassis or a motor or a transmission or anything along those lines, because I know if I have it here, every little piece that I haven't quite finished, I'm gonna skip ahead and go right to the chassis and work on that. It's just, I just know me, guys. I just know me. So when the chop is locked, we'll probably start on the chassis stuff. Fingers crossed anyways. Fingers crossed. Because I'm excited to show you what I got planned. I mean, it's probably not as big of a deal as I'm making it out of my head to be, but I'm still excited about it, and that's all that really matters. So, thanks for sticking it out. I hope you enjoyed. Leave a comment. Don't forget to tell me what I could have done a little bit better, because I love to learn these things. And we'll move on from there. I'm gonna go finish my neglected work. Yeah, it's good stuff. Can't wait to get at it. It's probably why I ignored it. Anyways, see you next time. Oh, don't forget to subscribe.